How's it going, guys? My name is Lucas. Welcome back to another video on this channel. And this is closer log number 6, I think. Maybe it's number 7, I don't know. I'm gonna put somewhere here on the video which closer log it is. But one thing is for sure, that I've been a long time without posting any video on this channel. It's been more than 4 months. And I forgot to post a video about 1 year that ClusterStack is being public, is being in production, and allow it to people to download it and get into the app. So this 1 year was due last August, and today I believe that would be a nice idea to show you guys how was this full year on developing and delivering ClusterStack to productions and actually promoting the application. So I'm gonna run through the numbers here, but to be honest with you guys, numbers that I'm gonna show you, they are not 100% precise. So I still have to work a little bit more on how I capture this data. And well, without further ado, let's go through the numbers. So as you can see here on my screen, this is the Firebase Analytics. So what Firebase Analytics does is they capture activities within the app and activities previous from the app, like installation and deletion, that we can understand how users they behave inside the application. So here I could have some, I could track some information from the users, rather than information that I already have on the back end. But this information here is more to see how the user behaves and how we can improve the usability of the app to make users be compelled to use more the application, right? So as you guys can see here, the first graphic is the number of users that got into the application and the number of new users that they are in this application from August last year until August this year. As you can see, we have a total of 1.2k users, and this is all new users, of course, because this track of users and new users, we're going to see more now the differences between them on the second year that starts from August. And of course, I'm going to show you guys analytics from August until now, just so you guys see what's going on with the application, what happened on this last 4 months. So from this graph here, I can show you guys the 3 things that happens on the applications. So the first launch of the app, and all the bugs that I faced, and all the problems that I faced within the app, my rebuilding of the app, and then relaunch of with the app with the new designs. So as you can see here, on the beginning of the application on August, you can see that there's a lot of numbers of new users coming into the application. So you can see like the peak was 31 users in 1 day, and there was a lot of problems here that actually all the users using Android couldn't get into the application. Well, you know, sometimes that happens. It's because like I don't have many Android devices, and testing it in Android for me was a little bit very difficult. I could fix that because I was using a Android emulator, but Android's emulator, they not represent all the devices. They hardly represent a live device because shenanigans is like his emulator, you know. So from August, you can see here August and until the beginning of October, I started working a lot solving the issues of the app. So I launched the app and I have a lot of problems, a lot of issues in production. Have to solve all of this, have to remove some features, and then I upload some here in the middle of September. I uploaded already some changes, but the major changes were here that you can see here. We can see users coming into the app. So these logs here only can happen when the user actually logging into the app. So this is actually users getting into the application. So I know that there were a lot of users from Android here, and until January, there is a very low activity of new users coming to the application. So in January, I made a big shift on the app. So from October to January, I was working into some changes on the application, and then I relaunched the app with a new design, that design that the app have until today. And then from January until now, you can see there is an increase on the flux of new users coming to the app, and you can see there is way more from April. And then from April until August, you can see like there is a lot influx throughout the months here. So that's really interesting. I got very excited when I saw this. And another feature that I really liked as well, to see the average engagement time of users. So you can see here the 44 minutes engagement time is pretty nice, given the app at the beginning was very, very bad. As you can see here, until April, the average engagement time was 1 minute, and then so to grow from 1 minute to 44 minutes and 44 seconds is amazing. Is an amazing achievement, and I feel like I can achieve more. And the changes that we make in the app right now to improve the application is going to make this better. So here we can have where the user is coming from. So after some research, I discovered this none here. It means direct links. So when someone click on the link on my YouTube channel, not YouTube, but like on my Facebook, on Instagram, or different sources that doesn't connect with Google, or I have to create a connection, Google identifies this as an external connection, so it doesn't come with like a label. So that's why it's labeled here as none. And then you have CPC. As you can see here, in July, I made some CPC. As you can see, the flux is way bigger of the users. So you can see the engagement time is bigger, but then May, so in May actually. So in May I paid some CPC. It means I paid some advertisement into Google to see how the flux would be, and the flux was pretty nice. It was amazing, and it brings 154 users to the application. I think that was nice. The average cost wasn't more than 10 cents per user, so it was really good. And then you have organic as well, that was users that coming from like Google Play and Apple Play, Google Play and Apple Store. Sorry. And of course, we have here the countries that the users coming from. So majority of users coming from the United States. Actually, I don't know why. Maybe because it is the country that users are looking more to move from there, because the app is about moving to another country. So maybe there is a lot of Americans wanting to move. And we have Ireland in second place, but here I gonna spoil you guys, because I have all the data from all the users that come into the app, and I have the actual nationalities. So users actually coming from Ireland, majority of them they are Brazilians. So the number here is a little bit like not correct, because Brazil should be in the second, and then following Pakistan, India, and Nigeria. They are the main countries that are looking to move to a new country, and I think that makes perfect sense. And I believe that should be the country that you use it coming to use the app, because the app is focused mainly on users moving into Europe. So the data that I have, the information that I bring into users, it's about European countries. So that makes perfect sense that the users coming from these countries. So here there's another graphic that's really interesting, that the graphics about user activity. As you can see, that there was some peak and lows during the redevelopment of the app from August into January. But from January until now, you have a constant increase of the average 30 days of users. So you can see like that, because this average 30 days are users that are into the app and coming back every day, or 2 days or 3 days, and then you have new users coming to the application. So the average, the 1 day is this graphic, this purple graph here. Let's see if I can isolate it here. No, I can isolate it. I just want to isolate to see, like, there was few days that we common users like to the app like 19 per day, and the peak was 66 per day, 66 per day, and have the average for 7 days and average for 30 days. You see there is a constant increase of the users, so it was pretty nice. I really like it. I really like to see there are people getting to use the app and coming back to use the app every day. But the cohort is like users that I stick into the app. They stick the users that are coming back. So the average is 1 week for users, or in maximum 3 to 4 weeks. That's not a good number, and I believe that there's a way that I can see like a bigger picture of this, but it's still not good. And I believe that new features that will coming to the app in January gonna change this cohort for a little bit. So here is more like technical overview on in-app pages. So like this is the pages that exist into the app, and this is the events that the users use the most. So like, for example, screen view and user engagement. These are the metrics that we capture, and that's the way we know the user activity and everything. So here, down here, we have the activity per platform, and it's interesting enough, from the beginning of the year, Android users were the most devices coming into the application, but now we have more iOS devices loading into the app. That's interesting. So we have 56% iOS and 43% Android. So this is the last year report. So what's your thoughts about it, and what you doing? What is your thoughts about the data and like the report, and what do you think this translate? How this graphics translated to you? And let me know in the comments. And just to finalize now, you can see here now, I can show you guys the latest reports from August until December. So you can see here now we have 500 users and 44 new users. So you can see now there is a disparity between what is new users, what is users. The average engagement time increased to 1 hour. I think more because of this day here, someone spent 16 hours in the app. But yeah, there is not a huge increase in average engagement time, and this come with a reason, is because I've not been posting videos, I've not been posting on social media, I not have been promoting the app a lot, because I've been working, I've been spending the time that I usually like to record videos to work more on changes both on the application and both with the portal that I'm developing and I'm going to release soon. And what this portal will do is it will allow recruiters to come into the application and post jobs and talk with candidates, and have like interviews and unlock users to actually go through the process or have interviews. So that's what's coming into the app from January now. And as you can see here, direct links is still the biggest traction of the users to the app. Organic is bigger as well. CPC, this is I believe that's just like a little bit of third data that coming from the latest CPC that I've done. And you can see here that conversion spiked yesterday. That's interesting. And event counts spiked yesterday. My view counts spiked yesterday. That's pretty nice. Looks like just because I've got to get engagement back on social media, it looks like people are clicking back into the links and coming back into the app. That's interesting to see. Let's see how this is gonna unfold from here and next year. And here we have like the countries. United States is still the biggest. Brazil is the second. I think that would be the case. And then we have Ireland, Pakistan, India, and Nigeria. And the code here continues the same. This user activity, it drops considerably, and it drops pretty bad. I think from end of November until now in December, the app almost died because basically no one was using, but now it's coming back again. Looks like yesterday we have 11 users coming to the app. That's amazing. And yeah, I believe now that majority of the users now is Android. That's interesting, and that we have 45% iOS. So that's pretty much everything I have to say about the app report. And my takeaway from this is being an entrepreneur takes a lot of sweat and heart, and sometimes you have to be really, really crazy regarding to developing an application, developing a business. Because I've been 2 years now developing this app, 1 year fully in production, actually released into the public in 1 year, and now I'm going to the year 2 of the release of the app, and actually trying now to trade. So I'm gonna try to bring users and bring customers that is like recruiters and other service providers to provide services to users into the application. And this will be one of the most challenging things to do, because the app now doesn't sell anything, and I believe this year is the year that I have to prove that I can get some revenue from this app. If I don't get any revenue from this app, it's time to reevaluate and see if this project actually really worth it to continue working in it, you know. So that is the most difficult thing to decide when you start something from scratch, and you have like support from your friends and family, but sometimes it's not up to anyone that close to you to make this make or break, because it's not a service, or it's not a service, it's not a product that people close to you are going to actually use. And at the same time, you have to attract people to use this app, and people doesn't know you, and they doesn't know how this works. And of course, you have to clear the message, you have to improve the way that you develop the application, but how you marketing, how you show that, how to message the vision of this application. And I feel like the struggles that I've been passing through is the struggle from almost all entrepreneurs. They are not like high skill on marketing. They now have high skill on showing and spreading the word about your product. And I feel like that's something that I'm going to improve next year, that trying to be consistent on developing this public speaking and trying to show to you what is this application and why it's worth continue working, right? So thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I see you next time. Bye.